What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video. Welcome to another live. If this is your first time, can you please make sure you hit that like button and please subscribe to the channel? I would definitely appreciate it. Just gonna wait for more people to come into the live. I'm sorry, I didn't do the live last Thursday. I really apologize. I know it was Valentine's Day weekend. Marcus, what's happening? Hey, what's up, man? How are you doing, sir? I'm so glad to see y'all. I'm so glad to see you, Marcus. Oh, wow. Yeah, man. What's happening? What's happening, brother? But, brother, we got some crazy stuff going on right now, man. I got some crazy news to share with y'all, man. I see there's two people in the chat. Marcus, so good to see you. Oh man, there's a lot of stuff going on. You know, there was another plane crash today, man, in Ontario, in Toronto. Man, I'm doing pretty good, brother. I'm doing good, man. Yeah, there was another plane crash that happened. It happened today, man. The plane was making a landing and in Toronto, and before it landed, it turned upside down. The plane turned upside down, man. So this makes about 3 aviation accidents that happened this month, back to back. Yeah, it was really. I've never seen a commercial airlines turned upside down before like that on the runway like that. That is really crazy. That is really crazy, man. It's getting a little scary to fly, you know. It's getting real scary to fly. I was always nervous about planes, but now I'm actually getting more nervous. And I'm not trying to fearmonger here because we travel. Let's see. I was watching one of your old videos. It was live, I think. Okay, which one did you watch? Which one are you talking about, Mr. Marcus? Which video are you talking about? Are you referring to, brother? Yeah, these things, man, and also I want to share with you all that well, you know, I live in Detroit, right? And there has been a huge water main break in the southwest part of Detroit, man, and it is horrible. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, hello, sir? How you doing? I am a Colombian since December. I would be honored to be a guest on your show. I would love to have you on the show, man. I would love you on the show. Why don't you come? Let's do it for next week. Okay, what about next week? Next Thursday, we're gonna do a live. I'm gonna have you. Matter of fact, just contact me on my social media page on Instagram. It's Tony MA40, and we could talk, man. I would love to bring you on. But yeah, guys, there is a huge water main break in my city of Detroit, and it is pretty nasty. Matter of fact, I'm going to show it to you guys. Colombia, Cuba, Latin America, Cuba, mustard. Yeah, we got a lot to discuss. yeah. And we could talk about the romance tour too. The romance tour. Yeah, that's what I would usually go for is the romance tour. I don't think the romance tour is a bad idea, a Colombian romance tour, because all those women are vetted to be, they are vetted to be your wife. I met a really good girl on the romance tour. I mean, she was She would have made a good wife. She would have made a good wife. Tony, yeah. I wish I did live in Colombia. I need to be there right now. I'm gonna tell you that. I need Colombia right now. But we're gonna talk about that on this live tonight. But my retirement destination will be Thailand. But I got some very scary things about Thailand. Speaking on the live stream, you gave up on Colombia being on your. Yeah. You know what? When you want to retire, um, you want to be somewhere. Colombia is a beautiful country. That was the country I was going to retire in, was Medellin or Panera. Those were the two cities that I wanted to retire in because I've been to those places, and maybe Barranquilla, or it would have been a nice place. But the problem is that safety really is important to me. Besides, so how many of our men have met women on this site, but I can't be heart crushing. You say, how many are, you say, bizarre. I have met women on this site, but it kept, yeah, you gotta be careful on those sites, man. Don't trust those sites. Do not trust those sites, okay? Yeah, do not trust those sites because they can be dangerous too. I know someone that met someone on it was Colombian Cupid, and the girl came over and she drugged him and robbed him of everything. She took his passport, she took his cameras, she took everything. And he was left in Colombia broke. That gotta be, you know what? That gotta be the most scariest thing, to be stranded in a foreign country with no money, and you have to rely on no phone. They took your phone, you know what I'm saying? And you have to rely on people, on strangers, for help. And that's what he ended up doing. And he had to call his mother to Western Union him some money because they take everything. And he met this woman on Colombian Cupid. That's where he met her at. So those websites could be very dangerous. Detroit's known as 8 Mile, have many issues, including many abandoned places. Yeah, wait till I show you this video, man. It looks bad, man. And let me tell you something. This happened at the wrong time. All of this happened at the wrong time. You know what the temperature is in Detroit right now? You guys want to know what the temperature in Detroit is right now? It's 9 degrees Fahrenheit. Too many brothers getting scoped in Colombia. Yeah. And some of them are being unalived. Was so scary. So I got this video. I want to show you guys what's happening in my city, man. And this is really crazy. Check this out. As a matter of fact, let me see. Let's do the countdown now. So let's get the show on the road. Here we go.
Tony Rome Live.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Tony Rome Show. Welcome. Glad to see you guys back. Hey, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that like button. We got, 7 people on so far. More people's going to join in. So, yeah, but let me show you guys this video of how bad this situation is here in Detroit. I mean, this is really, really horrible. Check this out.
7 News Detroit This Morning starts right now with a breaking news alert.
That breaking news coming to us from Southwest Detroit. A huge overnight water main break has flooded streets, cars, even some homes, trapping people inside their homes. And we are live in this neighborhood. We've been live since 4:30 this morning, and it's only gotten worse by the hour.
Yeah, it's been incredible to see video like this. People have been calling into our newsroom worried about the water flooding into their basements. This is a general idea of where it all started, but now we're seeing flooding even beyond these streets.
And we do have live Team 7 coverage for you to give you the full scope of this dangerous situation. 7 News Detroit reporters Ryan Marshall and Brittany Tulis are live about a half a mile apart to walk us through what's going on right now. So we start with Brittany Tulis, who's been on the scene all night long, talking with people who are actually dealing with this flooding.
And Brittany, the scene out there is really just unbelievable. You checked in with us about 30 minutes ago. What are you seeing now? What are people telling you now?
Yeah, Allie, Alicia, there's more people trying to get into their flooded homes. This family was just trying to walk through, but it looks like they're turning back.
This is a disaster.
Really, really cold
I've
here.
never
People,
seen
they
this
got
in
out
Detroit
right
before.
as the water started coming in, and they're trying to get back because there are still people in that home. I also talked to another man whose mother-in-law lives about 2 blocks in on Lisbon. He says she has about a foot of water in her basement. He cannot get to her. So these people are really stuck inside their homes. There is one person still trying to make this trek on the other side of the street. So people are trying what they can to get in and out of these homes, wading through this icy water. And each time we talk to you, the water is looking a little more solid on the surface because it is icing over. As I told you guys, Monday is also trash day, so you can see just garbage cans floating in the water.
Wow, look at
There's
the garbage.
trash floating in the water. Are you guys okay?
It just burns real cold.
Yes.
I have never
It's
seen
about
this in
thigh
Detroit
deep. How
before.
far were you guys trying to go in?
Second street, but they said that's 6 feet in the water, so it'll probably be the whole height.
It's about up to the waist on that, man. So who's all in that home still?
My daughters and my kids.
Oh, are they in there? How old are they?
They're little kids.
Oh.
They're, ¿cómo cuántos años tiene mami?
13, 12, 4, and 5.
13, 12, 4, and
Yeah.
5. Oh, are they okay in the
Yeah,
home?
they're okay. My
Yeah,
daughter was in the
stay in the
basement, but
second
my
floor.
dad took her out of there because the water was all the way in the bed already.
Oh, so it started flooding as she
Yes.
was sleeping?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. How quickly was the water coming in?
It was coming really, really fast, Mom. It was really fast.
Do you know about how high it was in your basement?
Probably up to like around here. Come like
Ya atajó, ya se llenó.
the whole
mitad
basement
del
is full.
Oh my goodness.
Ya está llegando el agua al primer piso.
It's going to the first floor already.
It's going up to the 1st floor for you guys?
Yeah.
So what's the plan once that man gets to the house?
¿Qué es el plan? Es que cuando Rubén llegue a la casa, Ma.
Van a esperar allá que los alguien los saque.
He's gonna try to take them out, my kids, and try to wait till they could get out. Cause I don't think it's way too cold. I tried going in the water to go with him, but I couldn't. It froze my legs up.
How cold was that water? It looks icy. How cold did it feel?
If it felt like Titanic, I would say like Titanic.
Like pins and needles?
Yes, like pins and needles and burning, mostly burning.
So
I tried, but I couldn't. I never felt pain like that before.
So where are you guys staying warm in the meantime?
We're gonna stay in the car.
Yeah, do you want to
Yeah.
get back in the car?
Yeah, I
Yes.
tried, but I couldn't. As you can tell, my feet are really
Yeah, it looks like you literally ran in the middle of the night.
tired. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So were you woken up from bed too?
Yeah. No, we were actually dropping off my brother from work because when we came out, the car, we saw the water coming out of the street, and we were like, oh, look, that's kind of weird because it was literally coming out of the street. It was probably like gushing out.
Oh,
Gushing
wow.
out like lava, like that.
Yeah.
And it was up to here. So my mom managed to get out of the street. But when we came back, it was gone. We can't go. There's no way we could go home.
Oh my goodness. Well, good
I
luck.
just hope that the babies don't get cold of the weather, of the water, because it's really cold.
Have you guys called any emergency services to come help at all? No. Is that the plan at all?
You see,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, this might,
I think my
yeah.
daughter did call the firefighters, but she didn't get information yet.
I got you.
I
Well,
mean,
good luck.
Thank
Thank
you.
you
the
so
whole
much.
entire
Well,
neighborhood
Thank you. We'll be
is
out here
covered
trying to figure
in
out what
ice
the
and
situation
water.
is. I did have a call into the Department of Water and Sewerage to find out a timeline of when this could stop because the water is still creeping. Last time we talked to you, we were further on this corner. We've moved up about 6 feet, so the water is still creeping out, but we will be out here with updates. For now, live from the southwest side, I'm Brittany Tulis for 7 News Detroit This Morning.
Yeah, Brittany.
Yeah, this is what's happening in Detroit, guys. Let's see, Florida is a place that does not get snow. Yeah. I wish I was in, I tell you one thing, I wish I was in Florida right now because it's really, really bad here. It's been cold all year round, nonstop. Yep. So there's other things going on in the news today. I guess you guys heard about the plane crash in that I just want to bring this news up first. That happened in Toronto. That's a scary situation there. What happened in Toronto? This is like the third. This is like the third accident this month. That's pretty scary. This was the third accident this month.
We're getting some video in live right now, so we want to pass that along to you. This is courtesy of CTV and showcasing this Delta Airlines flight that is now upside down after a crash in Toronto. This was a version of a situation that happened earlier today. And again, the flight crash landing, it originated from Minneapolis, crash landed here in Toronto. And the best case scenario, though, did happen with all passengers safe, all crew members safe as well. And again, we are bringing this to you here on Live Now from Fox as we are seeing more of the emergency crews just centered in around this area in the airport that is no doubt been seeing such a different day than what they could have expected with this crash landing that happened. But again, everyone safe here in this situation. No crew members hurt, no passengers hurt. We are learning some new information, though, that 8 people were injured and taken to a local hospital. So very fluid situation still unfolding right now, as you can imagine, but upside down. This plane is Delta Airlines flight originated from Minneapolis. And we are bringing this courtesy, again, of CTV that is providing this shot right now for us. But here is the airport in Toronto, and you're seeing more first responders there at the scene of looks like a very cold and frigid day there, as expected in Canada. But no doubt, a full-on investigation will be happening. So we are learning of 8 people injured here, unfortunately, in this crash landing. But
yeah, 8 people was injured in this plane crash, but it does make you think, is traveling by plane, is it safe to travel by commercial airlines? Because we all travel here on this channel. All my subscribers, we go to Thailand, we go to Brazil, we go to Colombia. But do you think that it's getting unsafe to fly on commercial airlines? I don't think so, because they say that it's the most safest way to travel. Flying is the safest way to travel. So I think we should be okay. I'm going to travel anyway. I still got my plans to travel in April and May. I'm going back to Medellin to see my girlfriends, especially Barbie. I'm going to go, but I'm going to tell you something. I am a little concerned about these but thank God this last accident, people were injured, but it was no fatalities. It could have been much, much worse, but I am a little bit concerned about how often this is starting to happen, because this is, it's a safe, you're right, it is the safest way to travel. It is. The likelihood of something happening to you on the plane is very minute, because you stand a bigger chance of actually dying in a car than you do in a commercial airline, on a plane. But I just never seen back-to-back accidents, this close from each other, because we had an accident in D.C., and then we had an accident in Philadelphia. Now we just had an accident in Toronto, and we had another accident this weekend. It was a twin engine plane that crashed. I can't remember exactly where, but 2 people lost their lives. So technically, that's been like 4 accidents that have happened this month on commercial airlines. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, when I travel to Colombia, when you go into South America, you hit a lot of turbulence, and that plane do be shaking, man. Oh my gosh. And my nerves be really, I be like, I get those pillows they give you, hey Chris, how you doing, man? Chris, there's always accidents. Most of them happen on a ground crew. Okay, grounds crew. Okay, yeah. Accidents do happen. Mostly it happens during takeoff and during descent is when most of these accidents happen. But the likelihood of something bad of happening is very low. It's still very low. I'm not going to let it deter me, but I'm going to be honest with you. This is concerning. We had 3 major accidents this month, with commercial airlines, and usually we went through a period where there was no crashes. I think the last big crash we had was in 2009. So from 2009 to 2024, we never had no major crashes. Let's see. Let me see what he's saying here. Okay, there we go. There are 1,000 of planes in the air. We speak all around the world. Yes, even their accidents are very rare. You would think about it from a statistical. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're right, statistically, yeah. It's more, that's really nothing really to worry about. You know what I'm saying? But, because unfortunately, we do learn from accidents too. The Delta flight was landing on snowy runway, to keep that in mind too. That may be worth a particular situation. Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true. Yep, it was really bad. And they say the weather was really bad. It was really, really, really bad. Let's see. Terminate natural disasters. What do you mean by that? Terminates natural disasters. What do you mean by that, Marcus? I don't quite understand what you mean by that. Can you clarify that for me, brother? But I'm going to still go on my trip. I got people waiting for me to come, and I'm going to be doing some lives when I'm down there. But after I finish the economic collapse information for you guys, then we're going to get into my retirement. The reason why I choose Thailand as the place of retirement. I've been doing a lot of the research on Thailand, and to me, that would be the best place to retire. And we're going to get into it. You said minor terminates, the plane shakes. Do you think they were natural? No. The turbulence, that's pretty normal on planes when you fly. It's like the air hitting up against the plane, and the plane kind of shakes from side to side. And there have been some really scary incidents when I was on these planes, and we hit turbulence. And it was very, sometimes you have like moderate turbulence, you may have a little turbulence, and then you have a moderate turbulence, and then you have severe turbulence. Now the severe turbulence, I did a video on this too, on one of my videos back. Severe turbulence is bad, it's real bad. But one good thing about, if you study commercial aviation, we study about planes, because I talk to pilots sometimes, is that there's no way that turbulence would bring a plane down. It would never bring a plane down, turbulence. But they are very scary. I'm not gonna lie. They can be extremely scary. Because I had a plane, it seemed like I had to put the pillow over my head because it was just shaking, the whole everything. And then you have women sometimes in there, they don't make it any better. They make it, they scream and the kids be scared and, sometimes I go get the flight attendant will have to come and hold your hand sometimes because that shaking, it can be really, disturbing. But the good thing about it is that I have never heard once of turbulence actually taking down a commercial airline. The likelihood of that happening is zero because those planes, they are built to withstand turbulence. They are designed to handle turbulence. Like those wings, they go through all the safety inspections and you should be okay. You should be okay. But I ain't gonna let that deter me from traveling. Guys, don't let these accidents deter you from traveling because, if it's your time to go, it's your time to go. If that's my time to go on the plane, then so be it. At least I did what I enjoy to do. Tony, have you eaten Thai food? It's very tasty with different noodles. Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard that Thai food is really good. And I heard it's really cheap. JD, how you doing, man? How are you? How are you, man? It's so good to see you. I know you're new on the channel. Thank you. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Like, subscribe. Please do that because I'm kind of noticing something on YouTube on my analytics is that I'm getting tons of watch time. People are watching these videos and my old videos, but for some reason, they're not subscribing. They're not hitting that like button. So make sure y'all do that. It really helps the algorithm and, it really helps the channel to grow. So I really, really would appreciate that. Let's see. Thank you, JT. It's good to see you, man. Welcome to Tony Rome Show, man. Yeah. But yeah, I've heard about Thai food. I heard it's good. I heard it's very economically, because I heard that the other restaurants in Thailand, I heard that they can be very expensive. You know what I'm saying? But I heard that the Thai food is good. Zach, in fact, he's there in Thailand right now. And he talked about how good, how cheap and economically Thai food is. And we're going to talk about all that too. When did you go to Thailand? Do you ever want to go to another country after that? No, I want to go to Thailand. Thailand is definitely next. The only reason why I'm going back to Colombia is that I want to go see Barbie again. And I got some other girlfriends there. The girls that I do go there and visit, they show me such a good time. Barbie shows me a really good time. And Barbie is just super gorgeous. She got to be the finest girl in Medellin. She got to be the finest girl in Medellin. Because when I met her for the first time, I just really it was just totally unbelievable. I did not believe that a woman can be that attractive. I mean, she is just gorgeous. Barbie is just gorgeous. And not only that, she has a good attitude. She's very quiet. And she has a very soft, her voice is very soft when she speaks. She's not confrontational. Whatever I want to do, she does it. You know what I'm saying? But I want to do some when I get out there, I want to do some live streaming out there in Colombia. I have never did no live streaming out there. I usually do videos when I'm there, but Colombia was the place that I was going to live, in the Poblado. I went to see about some apartments and things, but they're pretty expensive. Even in Colombia, in a really nice area, you're going to still be paying over $1,000 a month for rent. That's what they told me. But Thailand, I heard that you could get, and that's another reason why we're going to get into the Thailand conversation in a minute, is that you could get, I've talked to people in Thailand that you can get a 1-bedroom there in Bangkok or Pattaya for $600, $500 a month. I'm talking about the apartment is fully furnished. It has, it has washer, dryers. It has everything you want. I mean, for very cheap, and it's in very nice areas, And I'm gonna tell you another reason why. Let's see. He said keep a low. Let me see, keep a low. Colombia is great. Keep a low profile. Food is great. Yeah, the food is good. Yeah, I get the juices all the time. They make the best. Let me tell you something. Colombia makes the best juices, especially that sugarcane juice they make, and they make that mango juice, fresh mangoes at the resort that I stay. They make that stuff is addicting, man. That stuff is addicting. I can't stop drinking that stuff. Coffee is great. I don't drink coffee because the caffeine. Best humble to avoid any espresso confident. Yeah. Usually Colombia, I never had no problems with confrontations. I never had with nobody ever tried to do nothing to me. I never had no problems of anything. Just that crazy girl you all know about. 20 women in China are not as pretty as. No, they're not. But I've seen some nice ones though. But the reason why, okay, let me tell you, man, everybody, we keep jumping to this Thailand conversation. I know everybody want to hear about the Thailand conversation. Okay, the reason why I picked Thailand is because from what I've seen and what I've heard, it's like people down there, they just mind their own business. They mind their own business. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's like to themselves. They mind their own business. I have never heard one time of anybody being mugged, robbed. I heard this guy say he did get a girl kissed him and probably had some type of drug, but stuff like that is very rare. I never heard of people getting kidnapped. I never heard of people waking up and all their stuff is gone now. I heard of scams. They will scam you. Yeah, even cheaper as far. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. $400 a month. You can find a nice place in Thailand, and the food is cheap. Because let me tell you this, okay, I'm 60 years old right now, okay, and I will be eligible for Social Security in 2 years. Okay, what I'm getting back in Social Security just by itself would cover the rent, and I will have money left over. How is the infrastructure in Thailand? I heard it's good. It's all depending on where you are. I'm talking to people from Thailand. There's people I know that's there right now. And from the research that I've gotten, I think that would be the best place to go for you. It would do more for your money. You know what I'm saying? Now, the girls in Thailand, I know the girls in Colombia are a little bit more thick, than the ones in Thailand. They do have thick girls in Colombia, but Thailand, they're still a very decent size. I am addicted to lemonade naturally. Yeah, they make some good lemonade. Yes, they do. But you gotta try the watermelon juice, man. They make me a fresh glass of watermelon juice every morning for my breakfast. When I eat it with my breakfast, it is so freaking good. It is so good. And try that mango juice. Let's see, there's no scope. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no scoping in Thailand. I never heard of anybody getting drugged in Thailand. Not one person. But you got to watch out for the girls, though. They will play you. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Oh, gee, what happened to you saying your old videos that Thailand women are Western? No, some of them are Western. And a lot of the girls in Colombia are very Western, too. But the thing that you have to really watch with all these foreign women is that their main objective is really money. You know what I'm saying? That they will play you for money. And we're gonna get deep into that. Let's see. Let me see what else we got. pretty, not so pretty, and the attitude of females that is so human. The attitude of females in U.S. and Canada and UK, Europe is too. Yeah, it's rude. Yeah, it's very rude. It's even worse here. It's even worse right here, guys. In Detroit, I have not. Let me tell you this. I have not been on a date since I left Colombia. Okay, since I left Barbie. Barbie was the last date that I was on when I was in Colombia. And when I left that country, I've been here for over a year, and I still have not been on a date. Let me tell you. Let me see. Was that a date? No, that wasn't a date. I did go out with 2 females, but it wasn't really a date, though. We just went out there and get something to eat. Thai women are very fun and easygoing. Yeah, they seem to be like that. Yeah, they're easygoing. And plus, too, you don't have to worry about them poisoning you. See, in Brazil, I've been hearing a lot of guys getting drugged there. And I don't, like I said, it's the safety thing. When you retire, when you go to a foreign country, that safety is very important. That sense of I gotta have a sense of security. You know, the last time I was in Colombia, I was walking, looking over my back. I mean, every time I would go to the store, go to the ATM machine, I'm constantly looking over my back. You know, when I go to ATM, I put my card in, then I hurry up and get the money out real fast, and then I put it in my pocket or whatever, look around, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that nobody following me or nobody trying to do nothing to me. In Colombia, you will find the U.S. attitude is parts Medellin and Bogota more than Barranquilla. Yeah. But I met my wife almost to be in Barranquilla. Now, Barranquilla, they got some homie loving girls in Barranquilla. The girl I met at the romance store in Barranquilla, I should have married her. I should have married that girl. She was the type of woman that would cook for you. She cleans for you. She does everything for you. She makes sure that you're okay. She was very good to me, but I messed that up. I really messed that up really bad. I messed that up. Let's see, Marcus. Let's see what else we got. In a foreign country is poor and objective is money. Yep. It's about money. Right now, the motive is desperation because they don't come for much. Yeah, it's really, everything is about money now. It's money. Unfortunately, everything is about money. And we're going to talk about these Thai women even more in depth in this live. Why did you leave Colombia? Well, I wasn't there to live. I was there to visit. I've loved being there, but, you know, I still work. I still have a job here, so I can't stay there. But my plan was on moving there. But the problem is that last year there was an upsurge of just so many foreigners that was getting, that was becoming unalived. You know, it's like almost every month or every week, you know, you're getting news about they find them tourists in their bed, non-responsive, died by mysterious circumstances, people getting kidnapped, people getting robbed, people get, you know, especially foreigners. And most of them were Americans. Most of these people were Americans that was getting unalive in Colombia. And that was a big problem. So even the United States government got involved and said that they need to put a ban on dating apps like Tinder. Guys were getting on Tinder and they meet these girls. They come over to their place. They didn't know. And then, I mean, can you imagine losing your life over a girl, over a female? I like love, but don't pay the bills. Yeah. But they want you to pay the bills, though. Yes, they do. They want you to pay their bills. When you get older, you have less patience. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I say, I'm older. I don't got time for these games. I don't have time for these games. I'm 60 years old. I wish I had this knowledge 10 years ago. So that's why I do these lives, because most of you all here on this channel, y'all about maybe in your 20s, some of y'all in your 30s, some of y'all in your, I have different ages on here, and I want you guys to not to take that time for granted, because it's a privilege, to be able to travel and be able to live abroad at a young age, and I missed all of this, I would have done this a long time ago if I knew about it, I stopped wanting to go to Barranquilla because it's scared of those disasters. Only thing I didn't like about Barranquilla, it was super hot in June. Oh my God. Most of the girls that I dated in Barranquilla is that it was so hot, especially during the June months. I was there in June, and it was hot, and we spent 90% of our time inside of the Airbnb with the air conditioning on. Now, if a Colombian is telling you that it's too hot, then it's too hot. And then a lot of the cabs that we took, around the city, some of those cabs did not have air conditioning. And there was a guy that had a fan in his car. I'm looking at, he had a fan in his car blowing hot air. I never seen nothing like that before. I nearly almost died. Let me tell you something. It got so hot. Let me tell you this. It was so hot. We got so hot in that cab until I felt like I was going to pass out. So the girl that I was with, the young lady that I was with, I had to lay my head on her lap. And she had to make that cab driver like, hurry up, get to the house now. And as soon as I got inside that Airbnb, that air conditioning, thank God it was already on, and I had to lay across the bed for a while. But Barranquilla, it gets extremely hot there. Thailand is not a place to go if you have certain vices such as drugs. No. That's a no. No, you don't want to be caught with no drugs in Thailand. You don't want it. You don't want it. Any country, you don't want to be any foreign country. You don't want no stuff like that on you. Thailand or the Philippines might work. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I was listening to this guy yesterday. He's in the Philippines, and he's been there for about, oh my God, for the last 10 years. He's married. He has a family. Matter of fact, I'm gonna try to contact him to come on the channel. You said you're 42. Okay, so you're getting towards retirement. You know what I'm saying? You're getting close to retirement. So you need to start putting you a lot of money away if you want to travel abroad and live abroad in retirement. Start doing it now. Don't wait till my age until you get in your 50s and 60s and talking about, oh, I want to retire to Thailand or Philippines. No, you should have that as part of your retirement strategy. So start doing it now. Don't wait too long, because tomorrow's not promised to you. Yeah, it's like Florida due to the weather. Yeah. And then another thing too, I need to tell you guys about, that you all need to know about. It's called in Colombia, what you would probably experience maybe in Thailand. I'm not for sure, but it's called altitude sickness. Altitude sickness. Altitude sickness is that when you up high in a higher elevation, like in the mountains of Bogota, in those areas, sometimes you can experience like shortness of breath. Like I felt like that in Barranquilla because the humidity was high. It was a weird, it's like a feeling like you're not getting enough air. Like you're breathing, but it's like you're doing like this, like it feels like a feeling like you're not getting enough air. That's called altitude sickness. Matter of fact, when I was in Medellin, I met a guy, a foreigner. He was very sensitive to altitude sickness. Matter of fact, he had to stay in his room because sometimes when it rains, when the humidity gets high, it changes the atmosphere. Okay, like for example, when I had company coming over, so I wasn't that far from the mall. It's like right down the street. So as I'm walking to the mall, it was very humid, and I got this feeling like something was sitting on my chest. It was a very weird feeling. I was at the store and it wasn't really bad, but it felt like a feeling of like my chest felt very heavy. And that's how altitude sickness can make you feel. And it does happen in Medellin sometimes too, especially after there's a storm and the atmosphere change. You know what I'm saying? But I've heard people have told me that in Bogota, sometimes it can get so bad until it will wake you up out of your sleep. See, these are things that we need to talk about when we travel to these different countries and stuff, because the atmosphere can change. It all depends on what area of that country that you are. Let's see. This ain't the 90s. Get air. Yeah, get an AC. And let me tell you something. In Barranquilla, you need an AC. You will not survive without an AC in Barranquilla. You would die. I'm serious. It gets that hot. If the Colombians are telling you that it's too hot, it's too hot. I mean, we would go outside for a few minutes and have to go right back inside because, but I don't know, maybe during September, October, I think things maybe cool down a little bit, but it does get very hot there. But the most important thing is security. I like to feel secure. You can use Uber on the marriage agencies. No, you can't. No, you can't use it. No. On the marriage agency, they made me use their taxis. And I'm gonna tell you something. Those romance tours, they can be very expensive because it's not so much of the romance tour itself, but it's the amount of dating that you do. Because you could have like 3 or 4 or 5 dates in one day. I mean, you're jumping out of the cab, you're hopping into another cab, you're going to meet this girl at the restaurant, or she may come to your place, y'all jump in the cab together. The date may last for maybe for an hour, 2 hours. Then, the cab comes to pick her up, then you jump into another cab to meet the other date. Then the other cab drops off the other. I mean, you're just constantly just dealing with cabs all day. But the expensive part about the whole thing is that you have to pay for the cab rides, the cab drivers. You have to pay for it. So if a cab ride is 30,000 pesos, sometimes they try to cheat you if you don't know the conversion. Make sure you learn the conversion, because those cab drivers, they will try to cheat you. Some of them try to charge you 50,000. Sometimes they try to charge you 40,000 pesos for just one way. I mean, even for a short distance. But when you paying cab drivers all day, and then you also have to pay for the girl's dinner, the date, whatever restaurant you go to. Let's say you have 5 dates that day or 4 dates that day from the romance store. You got to buy all those girls dinner, and you have to pay for your translator that is with you the whole time that you're there doing the romance tour. And that could be extremely expensive. Do you have Majana shops all over the place? They have video games that you can play in many of them. It's pretty cool. Oh, okay, okay. Let's see. They call it bad air pollution. It could be the air pollution. Colombia has better weather in general, depending on the city. Thailand has rainy season where it floods the street. Yeah, I could believe that. Yes, yes. It's like in LA, why there's sink water is no good because it is air pollution. Yeah, it's very bad in LA. Let's see, OG, you are not obligated to date plenty of women like you did. You could say 35-ish. You can pick what you. Yeah, I know, but I was like a kid. Let me tell you something. I was like a kid in a candy store, man. Because the average girl that I dated in that romance tour was probably a 10. The average girl was a 10 in that romance tour. So you date with one, then you see one better than the other, then you. It's like, it's really amazing. Let me see. Tony, did you see the Passport Bro documentary that came out on Vice a few days ago? One guy spent $3,000 dollars on a dating coach, which helped him get phone numbers in person, but no days when they film. No, I don't know. He sounded like he got scammed. He got scammed. Yep, he got scammed. He should have contacted me, and I would show him how not to get scammed, because my romance tour covered the one thing it did cover. It did cover the dates the dates. The women that I picked for the romance tour. It's like over 60 girls that I picked, and also I had a translator, and also I had an Airbnb. They paid for the Airbnb. That they did cover. Okay, like I said, the most expensive part is when you on dates, when you're paying for those restaurant, and tipping and all that type of stuff all day. That could add up. So he said the dating coach helped him get numbers in person, but no dates when they filmed. Wow, that's too bad. Yeah, he got ripped off. Let's see here. I would like to know everything to avoid extortion, or what you're saying. I don't want no issues. No. If you do what I tell you to do, brother, you're not going to have no problems. Let's see. I'm pretty sure that the translator is not going to be eating that much. Oh, yes, she does. Oh, yes, she does. My translator was greedy as hell. Yeah, she ate. Yes, she did. Every restaurant we went to, she ate. And then she would order a steak. She ordered the good stuff. She look at the menus. Oh, I want a steak. You want the steak and the dessert and a glass of wine and all that stuff. Yep. I should have been dating the translator. I should have. The cheapest tour I ever had was Krabi, Thailand. It was for $5 for a 2-hour kayak, which included a hotel pickups and drop. Oh, wow, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. See, Thailand is cheap. It's cheap. I would highly recommend Thailand. I would. Because economically, for a retiree or the Philippines, that would be the best place to go, because Colombia is becoming more westernized, and the prices are becoming more westernized. Even the women, even the pay for play is westernized now. If you know what I mean. You for real? Yeah. I'm telling you the truth, Marcus. I do consultations too on romance tours. I don't charge that much. My fees is only $20 a month. It's only $20 a month. I'm sorry. It's only $20 for a romance. For a consultation. I'm sorry. And you can contact me anytime, and I give you any type of advice that you want, how to survive. Yeah, she was eating a lot. She was eating a lot. Yes, she was. She ate at every restaurant we went to. She was stuffing her mouth. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find a video of her so y'all can see who she was. Just 1 second, guys. Let me see if I can find her. Let me see if I can find her video. Let's see. Just give me 2 minutes here. Some of y'all probably seen it before. Let me see if I can find the video of my translator, the one that was eating up all the food. Yep, every day I went on, she was right there. She was right there eating up all the food. Let me see if I can find that video. Where is that video? Here we go, right here. Check this out, y'all.
Él está preguntando, está diciendo pues que le digamos a sus amigos sobre Colombia, sobre lo bonito que es un lugar para tener un buen tiempo, pasarla bien.
Bueno,
Go ahead, yeah.
Sí. Bueno, Colombia sí, un lugar muy acogedor. Siempre estamos como que para que las personas que lleguen a visitarnos se sientan.
Yep, there she is. The one right here, man. Oh my God. Yep. Every place we went, she wanted to eat. Hey, Chris, Marcus asked you a question. What was it called? It's served in Latin America. No, I think he was talking about in Thailand. I don't think he was talking about Latin America, Marcus. Where did you go within every time of the day, or was it hours later into that day? No, it's like it all depends on how, your translator, what you see the girl on your right here, she would arrange everything. What girl wants to come, how many girls you meet, she would say, oh, okay, Maria want to see you at 3 p.m. We arranged a date for you to meet her. So I will finish I will be on one date at 12 o'clock, and then I'll finish out that date, and then I will go back to my Airbnb and maybe kind of freshen up a little bit and get ready for the date for 3 o'clock with Maria. And then after we finish with the date with Maria, and then that's 3 o'clock, then I have 2 hours with Maria, and then she said, well, you got another date with Sandra at 5 o'clock. So you're constantly just going from date to date to date to date to date. And then eventually, let me see, around the 7th day, around the 4th day of the romance tour, I was able to make a decision on which one I want. Called Kluk. Okay, you see that, Marcus? It says called Kluk. That's what it's called, Marcus, right here. It's called Kluk. That's what Chris is talking about. Let me see, like, example, you had the date at 12 o'clock to 8 something, then 5 o'clock you ate again. Yep, sure did. But I would get something kind of small, you know what I'm saying? It won't be nothing big. And sometimes I don't get nothing at all, But the translator, she ate a lot. She ate a lot. Thanks, Chris. Okay. No disrespect to the OG on your day. I was talking about the trend. Okay, no disrespect. Oh yeah, I was talking about the translator. Okay, you're talking about the okay. You say no disrespect with day, but your day. I was talking about the What do you mean about the translator, Marcus? What do you mean about the translator? Ask me the question again about the translator. And I got to share a video with you guys too. Guys, one thing I want to tell you guys on the rest of this live, please make sure that you prepare yourself and get your money and stuff in order. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been getting reports, economic reports, about there's more big layoffs is coming. There's more big layoffs are coming. Matter of fact, Chase Bank is getting ready to lay off a whole bunch of people, and Trump is still laying off people too. So there's a lot of people are losing their jobs. So make sure you have a cushion or another way of making income. Okay. Okay, let's talk again. Okay. Let's see here. Let me ask you to say she ate too much, right? Yeah. How often was it? Very single time or throughout the day, like hours later? Yeah, every time. Every time. Yep. Like she may order fish this time, then she order steak this time. Yeah. Yeah, America is about to collapse. Yeah. I got a real important video that I'm going to do on my next live for you guys. It's called The Decline of America. And I'm seeing some really warning signs of what's getting ready to come. I got some more videos I want to share with you guys because we got to know geopolitics before we travel that can prepare us for what we're going to be facing out here. And let's see, I got something else I want to share with you guys.
More expected in the coming days and weeks. Bringing in CBS News correspondent Jarrett Hill live from New York for more details. Jarrett, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Lauren and Chris. And in fact, one of President Trump's top advisors has talked about not just getting rid of employees, but getting rid of entire federal government departments. That is something that will take an act of Congress. Still, Musk and Trump are continuing to look for ways to slash a federal workforce they see as unnecessary and unhelpful. This morning, hundreds of federal workers are out of a job, and thousands more are bracing for sweeping layoffs.
We have here rule of the bureaucracy as opposed to rule of the people.
Speaking virtually at a World Summit Thursday, Elon Musk, head of President Donald Trump's Department of Government Efficiency, said entire federal departments should be deleted.
If you don't remove the roots of the weed, then it's easy for the weed to grow back.
The long-term scope isn't clear, but CBS News has learned recent federal hires still on probationary status across several departments have received termination notices. Same for about 1,000 workers at the Department of Veterans Affairs as of yesterday. Democrats protested outside the VA.
9 million veterans are watching you give them the middle finger. And we're not going to stand for it.
U.S. officials have also confirmed that DOJ employees are examining the IRS, though yesterday President Trump told reporters he doesn't plan to close the agency.
I think that the Internal Revenue Service will be looked at like everybody else.
On a jam-packed Thursday that included meetings with India's Prime Minister, the president also signed an executive order directing his administration to look at imposing tariffs to match those that other countries put on U.S. goods. Critics warn it could hurt efforts to fight inflation.
Prices could go up somewhat short-term, but prices will also go down.
The president argued those reciprocal tariffs would level the playing field for American workers.
Yes.
And new in overnight, a federal judge has ordered the Trump administration to temporarily restore funding for hundreds of foreign aid contracts. The judge there focused on how wide-reaching and non-specific he said the president's executive order was in pausing those programs so that the White House could then review them. Back to you.
So, Jared, let's talk about those workers. Do they actually have any options here? Anything they can do to fight back against this?
So it depends on the type and the status of the worker, Chris. On one hand, for those folks who are on probation, essentially people who are newer hires, there are fewer protections for them. But then with some of the others, there are a set of rules and regulations when it comes to firing folks who work for the federal government, those civilian workforce members. And so there's the possibility that they could do some appeals, potentially even up through the legal courts system. But it might depend on the specific language that is included in some of these orders to terminate those positions. So we'll have to see. Back to you.
All right, CBS News' Jared Hill live from New York. Thank you so much for joining us, Jared.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Chris. Yeah, matter of fact, Colombia is expected to join BRICS, and there are more countries are joining BRICS. What you're seeing, what's happening in the world, we are living in a multipolar world. Okay, the wealth is transferring from the West and it's going to the global South. Which you got Malaysia, you got Thailand, you got Indonesia, and you got China, and you have other African countries. Nigeria is supposed to be joining BRICS. You got Ethiopia, you got all these countries are actually saying that we no longer need the U.S. anymore. And the video that I'm going to do next, I'm seeing some stuff that's happening in my city is going to blow your socks off. That will tell you something is happening. That's why I'm making these moves now. That's why I'm trying to get to Thailand, wherever I'm going to. So you better do it now. You better get your money and stuff together. Whatever it is you got planned, you better get it together. Because this thing is moving fast. You know what I'm saying? And I just want us all to be prepared for what's coming, But there's some things that's happening in my city right now. I'm not going to tell you nothing about it now, but I'm going to show you the next time I come, when I do this next live. There's something else y'all need to know about the situation in Ukraine right now. They're getting ready to have a meeting with, Marco Rubio and Russia supposed to be meeting about what they're going to do about the war in Ukraine, what they're going to do about it. Because Trump said he no longer wants to support the war, and they want this war to come to an end.
Russia and Ukraine to end the war nearly 3 years after Russia's unprovoked invasion. President Trump today spoke to both Russian leader Vladimir Putin and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in separate phone calls. In a readout of his call with Putin, the president said they spoke about several subjects, including agreeing to begin those negotiations on ending the Ukraine war. He also said he and Putin extended invitations to each other to visit one another's countries. According to reporters in the Oval Office right now, President Trump said a meeting with Putin would probably happen in Saudi Arabia. He also said that he doesn't think it's practical for Ukraine to have NATO membership and that it's unlikely Ukraine gets all its land back. Both Presidents Trump and Zelensky said they discussed the possibility of peace during their call earlier today. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt told reporters the president viewed the calls as a positive step and is committed to finding a deal.
I myself just spoke to the president about these calls, and he told me to tell all of you they were very good calls, they were very positive, and the administration is wholeheartedly committed to a peace deal to end once and for all the Russia-Ukraine war.
It comes after President Zelensky met with Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent in Kyiv, saying he hoped President Trump would push Putin on a deal.
I'm thankful to the president, to his message that he will support Ukraine and he really wants to stop this war. And I know that he's a strong man, and I'm sure that he will push Putin.
All of this as an American citizen, along with two other individuals, were released from custody in Belarus earlier today. That follows the surprise release of American teacher Mark Fogel yesterday, who was held in Russia for 3.5 years in a prisoner exchange that will see a convicted money launderer named Alexander Vinnik return to Russia. Fresh off the plane last night, Mark Fogel went right to the White House, where President Trump personally thanked Putin and said the
Yeah, they're ready to end this war. But I'm gonna tell you guys something that you probably don't know. Okay. Let me ask you guys a question. Everybody in here, how many of you all saw the Super Bowl the other day? How many of you all seen the Super Bowl? Philadelphia against Kansas City. Did everybody see the Super Bowl? Who watched the Super Bowl? Put a 1 in the chat if you've seen the Super Bowl. Okay, you saw the Super Bowl? Okay. Let me know how many other people on this chat that see this. Let's put a 1. Okay, I watched the Super Bowl. Okay, you said that you watched it, right? Okay, this is what I'm trying to get at. The Super Bowl in that stadium, it holds about close to 80,000 to 90,000 people in that stadium. Okay? So that's about the amount of people that probably was at that Super Bowl. If they filled that complete stadium. I think it was at the Caesar. What was the name of that stadium in New Orleans? Can somebody tell me the name of that stadium? I can't remember right now. But I'm taking it home right now. Somebody just put it in the comment section. What was the name of that stadium that they played the Super Bowl under? Okay, well, let me just move on. Okay. There was probably close to 100,000 people at that Super Bowl game. Okay. Just imagine that each individual in that dome was soldiers. The New Orleans Superdome. Okay, thank you. Just imagine in that stadium, okay, that each one of those people represent a soldier. Okay. And then you copy that stadium and put another stadium on the side of that stadium. Okay. And then you have close to almost another maybe 70 or 80,000 people on the other stadium. Okay. That's how many people that was unalive in this war with Ukraine. So they ready to stop this war. There's been a lot of people that was unalive in this war. There's two things going to happen. I'm going to tell you all this. There's two things going to have to happen. Either Zelensky is going to have to agree on some type of agreement with Russia, and they both basically going to have to walk away for what they have. All those territories that Russia captured during the war, they're not going to turn those territories over. They're going to keep that. Caesars, you're right. It's called Caesars. Yeah. Okay, Caesars. Thank you. Yep. Those are how many people that has been unalive during that war. That's a lot of people, man. That's a lot of soldiers. That's a lot of soldiers. So this is going to be a very important meeting. But here's the catch, though. Now, what Trump is trying to do is that he's trying to pull Russia away from BRICS, because Russia and China are the core members and the founder of the BRICS alliance. So Trump is trying to give ultimatums to Putin saying, okay, we need to stop the war and we want you to join the G7. But it's too late. Russia doesn't, because Russia and China has a very strong relationship. Because when they put the sanctions on Russia, who did he turn to? He turned to the BRICS countries to help support him. But this is what I'm coming home at, guys. This is what I want to tell you what's concerning. I agree that Zelensky is going to have to make a deal since the United States is going to dry up the weapon. Yep. And Saudi Arabia has not a lot gained from being a peacemaker in this deal. Yes, they do. Yeah, but Zelensky is pissed off because he wasn't even invited to the meeting. He's pissed off about that. They have the 2030 project going to increase tourism and the World Cup coming in several years, and they're investing a lot. Yes, they are. They're investing a lot in the USA. They sure are. Yep, they sure is. But this is the thing that kind of got me concerned. But I think it's going to happen. And then we're going to go back to Thailand again. We're coming back to Thailand. Okay. Now, I don't know if you all heard, but Malaysia, Indonesia, and Thailand just joined BRICS. And Trump said that any country that wants to join BRICS or no longer wants to use the US dollar anymore, I'm going to put 100% tariffs on your exports. That's what Trump said to any country that support BRICS or part of BRICS or part of de-dollarization. I have a feeling that if Trump goes ahead and implement these tariffs and everything that he's going to do to these BRICS countries, he may affect the tourism that goes along with it. He would turn around and say, you know what, no Americans is going to be able to visit Thailand. No, I'm not saying this is going to happen. I hope it doesn't. I'm not trying to fearmonger. But he could turn around and say, okay, since Colombia is a part of BRICS, then we're going to stop our tourism from going to Colombia, because Colombia makes millions of dollars off of U.S. tourism. They do. We support their tourism more than anybody else. That's why I hope it doesn't happen. That's the part that keeps me awake at night. Because this situation could get so bad until he could say, well, you know what? No more tourism for Colombia. No more tourism. All these BRICS countries, we're cutting off our tourism, and we're going to charge you 100% tariffs on everything. But I hope it doesn't get to that point, because Thailand is a part of BRICS now. Indonesia is a part of BRICS now. China is part of BRICS. I think Vietnam has just joined BRICS. So these countries are saying we no longer want to do trade with the U.S. anymore. And you are seeing a decline as America being the superpower that it once was before. I had a layover in Riyadh and Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, doing my first trip to Germany to Thailand back in May. There basically is just a hole in the floor in the restroom at those airports. Wow. Wow. That is interesting, man. But what would be the congressional law like banning tourism to North Korea or Iran? Yeah. Yep, they would. Trump would do it. I think he would do it. He said, okay, y'all going to do this. I'm just going to cut out all the tourism and everything. Americans are not allowed to travel to Colombia, Brazil, but those are BRICS countries. Just a retaliation. Or he could say the same thing about Mexico. Say we can't go to Mexico. I hope that this, I'm not saying this is going to happen. Okay. I'm not trying to fearmonger or anything like that here. I'm just giving you guys geopolitical information that you need to be looking out for, because we're trying to accomplish something here. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want you guys to be caught off guard. So the last part we're gonna talk about is Thailand, about the women in Thailand. And I've heard that the women in Thailand is not what you think. All of them not what you think they are. Because there's a lot of foreigners that go to these countries and they want to wife these women. Oh, I want to marry you. I want to marry you. But there's something that you need to hear from this guy that lives in Thailand. Matter of fact, I reached out to this guy. I don't think it would do that to Mexico. We get too much stuff from them, and too many Americans live there, and they are a good alternative. I hope so too, Chris. I hope they don't do that to Mexico. But Trump already said that he's going to fight the war on the cartels, and I don't know how that situation. But I know one thing. I heard at the hockey game the other day that the Canadian hockey team and the U.S. got into a brawl the other day because I think they were making fun of our national anthem. But things are getting interesting, man. I'm just seeing so many things that's happening in this world right now. We all need to get prepared for what's coming. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm seeing just here in Detroit, in the surrounding area, it's like, let me tell you this. Let me tell y'all this. It's like it's turning into a ghost town. I'm seeing malls, I'm seeing stores, I'm seeing places are closing down. Places that used to flourish with people, it's disappearing. I'm gonna do a special live. I'm gonna do a special live stream on that. But this is the thing, let me tell you, when you go to a foreign country like Thailand, Brazil, or Colombia, these are the things that you have to worry about and watch out for as far as these women. Listen to this gentleman when he talks about what happened to him in Thailand.
Experience with like women and whatnot out here. And I'm gonna say this, because I'll give you guys some of my personal experience. And I haven't dated seriously out here, just basically for fun, just casual, like friendships, just very, very casual, just hanging around, stuff like that. Somebody to do stuff with and whatnot. But I haven't been like in any official relationship out here. But with that being said, I have witnessed in my 8 months of being here, guys get straight played by women, get used by women. I'll give you guys like a more recent scenario. Somebody like I was like hanging out with for months. Just like I said, once again, very casual. I eventually found out that they had a whole like fiance. So listen, I'm just saying, like, guys be out here getting played. This is the second time I've been in a situation like that where like a girl I was like hanging with had a fiance. So it's very common out here. A lot of these women are cold-hearted. Like when it comes down to it, like you'll think they like wifey material and whatnot. All along, they'll just be running game. Like these guys will be sending money, paying their bills and everything. And then the girls might tell them, oh, I need some money for my family and whatnot. But in reality, they don't, like, there might be some girls who actually send it to their family, but a lot of times they just using these men for things because I don't know what it is. But yeah, they just, these women will try to drain your bank account. Like I said, I've witnessed it. Hasn't happened to me because I'm not the type of guy who you can just run game over. Like, I spot the game, so you can't run game with me. I'm gonna be on the winning end of these situations. So I'm just warning you guys, if you've met a foreign girl or you come out here to Thailand and you're not here no more and she's still your girl, or you think, listen, hey, she might hit you on the phone and be like, oh, I love you, miss you. But there's probably more likely than not another guy in a situation while you're gone and you still sending her money. She probably spending that money on him. I'm just saying, listen, I'm giving y'all insight. I'm giving y'all real game. So don't hate the messenger and the witness. I witnessed it. So like, I'm giving y'all real game. Just don't come here thinking that the first girl you meet, you just gonna fall in love with and, she's gonna be your wife, whatever. Like I said, just take a little time, vet these girls, and if she's always asking for money and things, then like that might be a red flag. Also, if a girl doesn't have like a job, like you don't see her ever go to work, or she doesn't seem to have like a set schedule in anything she does.
Yeah,
listen,
he's a
she
really
probably
good.
either
He gives a
has
lot
a
of good
dude
information.
overseas or something, or sugar daddy or fiance or husband, or she freelances. Now, so if you want to meet a girl who's actually like probably someone who's wifey material, then here's my number one piece of advice. Look for a girl who has a regular job and a regular career. That's going to be your safest bet. Look for a girl who like works at like a bakery or like a hotel or has like a regular career. If a girl's not doing nothing, she's in the club every day, you see like bars and stuff, she's probably not wifey material. I know that sounds like, for some people it's going to be like obvious, but some of you guys don't understand that. Now, tip number 7, when it comes to meeting women, how do you meet women if you just want some casual fun? Okay, Tinder, Hinge. I hear some people use Todd Friendly. I've never been on the app, so I don't know anything about it. But hey, you can check it out. And then the other thing is just going out in person, like going to bars and clubs and meeting people. But once again, if that's how you meet women, I would not really take girls seriously that I met in that type of situation. Like if I met a girl at the club, if I met her on Tinder, I'm probably not looking at her as a wife or a girlfriend. I'm just being honest. It's just fun for now, right? In summary, guys, she's not your girl. It's just your turn. It might not even be exclusively your turn. So if you have that understanding coming here, you'll be okay. You won't get your heart broken. You won't be in love with a chick who's really playing games on you. You'll be fine. Like I've been fine. So just take the game I'm trying to give you. Tip number 8. A lot of guys ask me, like, what's the cost of living? Like, how much should I bring out here?
Yeah. You gotta be careful because these women, they will play you. They will play you. So I'm aware that Thailand is not having, I'm not saying I'm gonna go out there the first week to meet somebody, that I want to marry, but I do understand the game. And one thing you have to really remember too, guys, is that if you go to a foreign country, okay, and you date these women, if you're there for about 2 weeks or something like that, they're not going to take you seriously. They're not. They're not going to take you seriously because in the back of their mind, they know that you're going to be gone in a few days, so they're not going to attach themselves to you. Okay. But the biggest mistakes that I see, especially in Colombia, let me see, the woman go to clubs or bar girls, she is from the streets, right? The problem is what I see guys do, I see them make this mistake, is that they believe in those illusions. I did videos on this before. If y'all check my playlist, you'll find out. Hey, do a favor for me, guys. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Like. Please do. Please like the button. Hit that like button for me, okay? Thank you. Before we continue. But what they do is they're only there for a week. They meet a girl, okay, that they like, and they get all close and everything, and they build a relationship with the girl within a week, and then when they go back to the States, they send money to these girls thinking that the money is going to keep them. But only thing they're doing is they're playing you for a fool. That's what they're doing. Because they don't take you seriously. Let me ask you a question. Okay, Do you think a Thai girl, okay, let's say you go there for 2 weeks, right? You go to Brazil for about 2 weeks, and you meet a beautiful girl, and you leave. And there's no telling when you're going to come back. You could be back within maybe 6 months, maybe a few weeks or so. Do you think she's going to take you seriously? Do you think she's going to wait for you? Because you got to understand, when you go to the DR and these places like the Colombian DR and Brazil and Thailand, those women don't take you seriously because you don't live there. You have to be an expat. You have to actually live there before they take you seriously, and money is not going to keep them. I've seen stories. I've actually seen this with my own eyes. Guys sending money to these women every week, paying their rent, paying their bills, buying their kids stuff, and they're taking that money and they're enjoying it with their boyfriend or their fiance, whoever they are with. Like the guy said, he met someone that had a fiance. She lied. They lied. Yep, they lie. A lot of these girls lie, and some of them are very good at it too. It happened to me before. It did. It happened to me before. I fell into that trap before. You know, they create this illusion like, oh, I'm waiting for you. I can't wait to see you again. I love you. They send you these messages on WhatsApp. Talk about, oh, I miss you. I can't wait the next time to see you. But at the same time, you send them money. They're taking that money. They're going out to dinner with their boyfriends and all that stuff with it. And they're laughing at you behind your back. You can't have a serious relationship if you don't live in that country. They're not going to take you seriously. And that's one thing I like about Barbie. She does not ask for no money. As fine as she is, she doesn't ask for money. Now, I do take her out. I do I do treat her when I'm there in Medellin. You know what I'm saying? We had dinner, all that type of stuff. We hang out. You know, you want to pay something. I'm not saying you could be completely cheap. But I already know that she doesn't take me serious. I don't. Let me tell you something. I haven't been in Colombia for months. And I know that Barbie is not sitting around in her apartment or somewhere sitting at the San Jose airport, sitting there waiting for me to return to Colombia. She's not doing that. So that's the illusion that men have. They think, oh, if I pay her, if I send her money, if I send her this, if I do this for her, you know, that's going to keep her away from other men. No, it's not. And those women, those bar girls in Thailand, I heard they very good at it. And they usually go after older guys. I told you before that these girls are promiscuous. And sometimes they stay in contact with they do. They stay in contact with, you're absolutely right, Marcus. They stay in contact with their ex. And then sometimes, and then check this out, guys. Sometimes the ex are in cahoots with the girl. They are in cahoots with the girl. The boyfriend will allow their women to sleep with you to get that money. I'm not saying all women that way. Not all women. Not all women. But some of them are. And I'm glad I learned the game a long time ago. Because I had one particular one. Man, she had my nose wide open. You go down there to Colombia and they give you that romance that you never had in the States. You know, they're beautiful, have a nice body. You know what I'm saying? They stroke your ego, make you feel good about yourself, tell you how handsome you look. You know what I'm saying? They cook you dinner, they come to your Airbnb, and they tell you that you are my man and all that type of stuff. Then next thing you know it, as soon as you leave, you get that text. Say, oh, you know what? I'm kind of behind on my phone bill this week. Can you send me some money, Western Union? The next you know, you become a Western Union flunky. Yes, this is what happened to me in the Dominican Republic. Yeah. Yep. James, you know what I'm talking about. And they're good at it too. They make you feel good. Oh my goodness. They will stroke your ego. What they do is, because here in America, you don't have very many women that really gives you compliments. Not very much. Not very much. You very rarely get compliments here about how you look and how your clothes look. And, then you may have a woman that actually try to shave it. Those Colombian women, they shave you and they do all this stuff for you, and they fix your collar when you're going out to get ready to eat, and she button your clothes up for you, making you feel good about yourself. Making you feel good about yourself. And you walk out that door with her, you feel like $1 million. And you haven't felt like that in a very, very long time. But only thing she's doing is milking you. She's milking you. Yep, so you have to be careful. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, they do it. They're very good at it too. They are very good at it. Some of those bar girls some of them are married and have husbands to support their work. Yeah, they come with those Thai girls. They come from the villages, and they come into the city and they work, and they send their money back home. They send the money back home to their kids or their husband or boyfriend. I know a guy that was dating a Thai girl, and the Thai girl got pregnant by her boyfriend. So she was seeing the boyfriend and seeing him at the same time. The boyfriends are okay with that. And they're okay with it. Yes, they are. Yep, they're in cahoots with it. But you have to be careful, because that was a story. I don't know if you guys heard about the Asian guy that was dating the woman in Medellin. And they set him up and they unalived him. That woman had a boyfriend. Well, actually, she was a transgender anyway, but she unalived the boyfriend was in cahoots with her. And they set him up and unalived him. So the boyfriend knew that she was seeing him, but they had a game going together, you know what I'm saying? Because he would send her money. His brother said that he would send her money all the time. And he would go out repeatedly to Medellin to see this individual. Y'all probably know what I'm talking about. I did a video on that. What's mind-boggling is that their men is okay with it. Yeah, they're okay with it. Yep. It's about money. It's all about that dollar, man. The woman I worked with in the Dominican told me that she was married. Probably. Yeah, stay away from married women, man. I would not recommend dating. Oh, you don't want no married woman, man. I don't want no married woman. Dating a married person, to me, is like eating off of someone else's plate. Can you imagine somebody eating a dinner or eating something, and then they leave food on the plate, and then you come right behind, you eat right behind that person. That's what dating a married person is like to me. That's why I don't like it. I got text yesterday, Tony. Let's see. I got text yesterday. I never met her in person, but had wanted to meet until she was a bit pushy about going to a really nice restaurant in Larelas, okay, or Medellin area. She lives in Bejo, okay. It's like an interesting story. Okay. She claims that she had lost her. There we go. Here we go with the sob story again. Yep. She claims that she lost her job a few weeks ago. Oh boy, here we go. That's usually the number one intro is they talk about the hardship. She claimed that she lost her job a few weeks ago and wanted to meet where I live at the Medellin, but our schedules did not line up. Thank God. Now she seems more desperate since I guess her fiance changed. Oh, her finances changed. Okay. They always do that, man. I had one that, you know what, Chris? I had one that called me. I had one that called me a few days ago. No, about three days ago, before Valentine's Day. Desperate. You know, just one month. You know, say, oh, I need money. My kids don't have no food. No, this. You know what I tell them when this happens? I tell them that my PayPal and Western Union is offline. I don't have no way of sending money to you. Yep. But that's that old story that they do that they use about they lost their job. Now some of them do may be in trouble, but you cannot change that. This is how I look at the least honest because this is how guys get beat up and maybe worse. Yeah, be honest, be upfront, communicate. No one knows what's on your mind. Yeah, but the minute they start talking about their problems, walk away, stay away. Chris, don't get sucked in. No, don't get sucked in that. Because you know what? Let me tell you this. I always remember this, guys. Once you get a woman by paying for her, you're going to have to pay to keep her. And you don't want to go down that road. You don't want to go there. I've been there before, and it leads to nowhere. You know, that money that you're paying, you could be doing your retirement. You could be building your business. You could be doing a whole lot of things for yourself. Because what some of them do is that they take your money and they laugh at you, and they take their boyfriends and girlfriends out. I've seen it happen. It was this one girl that was begging me all freaking day. She was begging me all day to send her money because she didn't have no food. She sent me an empty refrigerator. Okay? But I didn't fall for it. But guess what? I was on her Instagram, was it Facebook or Instagram? Later on that night, she was in the bar, sitting on another man's lap, drinking champagne. Matter of fact, I got the picture. I'm going to show y'all the picture. Some of y'all probably already saw it. But I'm going to let some of y'all, let me see if I can find it. Give me 1 second. I think some of y'all probably seen this already, but let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find this picture. I think I showed you guys this already. Yes, I did show it to some of y'all. Let me see if I can find it again. I call her in the act. Let me see if I can find it. Just give me 1 minute, guys. Just bear with me 1 second. I'm going to go through my file. See if I can find that picture. Let me see, where is it? Where did I put that photo? I made sure I held on to that photo. Let's see, where is it? 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 Where is that photo? I see Barbie here. I see photos of her. Let's see. Let me see, where's that photo at? Let me see if I can find it. know where I put that. Let me see. Where is that photo? Where is it at? Man, this always happens. Where is that photo? Where is that photo? But I caught them in the act. I say, aha, got you. Mm-hmm. Let's see. I can't find it right now, guys. It's probably somewhere else in another folder. Yeah, it's probably in another folder somewhere. Let me see. Let me see pictures. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I can't find it right now. I promise I have it for you last time. Let's see, don't broke when you out laughing behind my back, and plus you was fine till now. So what's the difference? Absolutely. What's the difference? There's no difference. You can't, you know what the problem is, we think we could change that country. We could change the people. I mean, let me ask you a question. If she haven't met you, I'm sure she would make a way, right? She did it before she met you. So what makes her think that you can change her outcome? You can't. I'm going to find that picture for you. I promise you on the next slide. I'm going to show it to you guys. I just can't remember where I put it. She asked for money and said that she would pay me back somehow the next day. So, nope, she's not going to pay you back. She's not going to pay you back. And you know what I notice about these girls too? They never do nothing for you. Some of them never do nothing for you. They never send you cards on your birthday. Huh? What do they do for you? They never send you nothing for Christmas. Huh? Oh, but they think just because they seen you a video or something like that, that makes it all okay. Oh, yeah, okay. You know. But some of them seem to be extremely, extremely stingy. Keep your money in your pocket. Trust me, say no. I know, bro. Say no. That's right. Keep your money in your pocket. And no disrespect, OG, I think you got sucked in very easily in the back. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I got, oh man, who you talking about, bro? Like, yeah, I got sucked in. I admit it. But guess what, man? I'll learn from my mistakes, though. Because what I'm trying to tell you, it's a psychological game that they play. They will put their hooks in you. They will put their hooks on you. And oh my God, once they get their hooks on you, sometimes it's nearly impossible to break off. Because here in the States, you get treated so badly. You get treated bad. I mean, most women don't even speak to you when you walk by and say hello. And then you go to Thailand or Colombia or somewhere, and then these women are stroking your ego, telling you how handsome you are every morning, giving you massage. When was the last? Let me ask you a question. When was the last time an American woman gave you a massage? When? They're very good at giving you massage. Thai women and Colombian women are very good at giving massages. I had a Colombian woman gave me a massage. Oh my gosh. I felt like a new man. Yep, and you go broke. That's what happened. Yep. And that's why a lot of men can't stay in Thailand, because they go broke very quickly. But when I go, I'm not going to go broke. I got it all planned out. I'm not going to allow them. I never went broke in Colombia. I never went broke in Colombia. Never. I know when to say no. I know when to stop. I said, okay, this is enough. Stop. Because some of them, they can be very addicting. It can be very addicting. So guys, I'm just telling you, just watch yourselves, man. Watch yourself. First, don't get with a girl who isn't honest, and that's your. But the problem is, Marcus, sometimes you don't know who's the honest one and who's not the honest one, because they play games so well. They know how to play the game. They're masters of the game. Those Dominican women and stuff, some of them are masters of the game. And some of them are very attractive. And then you're dealing with looks too. Beautiful. Yep, what you got to do is just, the number one thing is, I'm going to tell you this, this is what will keep you out of trouble. If you don't live there, don't get emotionally involved at all, because they're not going to take you seriously. They're not going to take you seriously. Because in their minds, they already know that you're not going to be there very long. They know in a couple of days you'll be back on the plane, going back home again. So they're going to try to get everything they can get out of you, because they don't allow you to get everything out of them. It's like a transactional thing. And that's how I learned the game. Those Dominican women are smart and slick. Yeah, they're very slick. Oh, yes, they are. And some of them are gorgeous, too. Like Barbie, man, she is like slamming. A woman like Barbie will make you go broke. That's how bad she is. Man, I can't wait to see her again. If I didn't have control over Barbie would suck she will suck everything out of you. I think Colombia has the most beautiful women in the world. I think they do. For my pick, it will be definitely Colombia. And Panera, it's another city there. The women there look even better than the ones in Medellin. No, we're playing games. Oh, they all play games, Marcus. They all play games. The only thing I could tell you is that do not take them seriously, because they do not take you seriously. I think they're both better at it. I think I don't think it's like what country is better at it. It's just that they just good at it, because they have a way of homing in on your emotions. That's how they get you. They get you by your emotions. They know that men can be very emotional, especially American men, because they know that we don't get very much attention here in the States. So they play off of that. They know how to push the right buttons. Yeah, that romance tour was something. It is. I do recommend a romance tour, but They are very expensive. See, let me tell you what romance tours are for. Romance tours are for businessmen who want a wife from either Colombia or Brazil. But I'm just talking about Colombia. I don't know about the other romance tours in other countries. But what men do is they go to these countries. They go to Colombia to a romance tour. Matter of fact, let me give you all an example of what I'm talking about. Just 1 second. Let me see if I can pull this up for a second. Let you guys see what I'm talking about. Hold on 1 second. Where is that video? Oh man, let me see. Hold on 1 second. I wasn't prepared for doing this. Wasn't prepared for this type of let me see, where are these women? Where are they? Oh, here we go. Okay. These are romance tours right here. This is an example. This is the one in Cartagena. I think I showed you guys this video before. And there was I had about 60 women in my romance tour. And they all sit at a table just like that. Said these passport bros be gatekeeping about a lot of women in their country. I don't know why. Because a lot of these brothers be, oh, she's cute. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Say these passport bros be gatekeeping about a lot of women in their. I don't know why they're gatekeeping. Because those women basically they laugh at them behind their back. So those women don't care anything about you. A lot of them don't. And a lot of them have a man already. Wait, you say, did you know guys who did want to know what they were called other than MLWs? Let me see. Wait, you say, did you know guys who did it? Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew guys that did it. So what professional guys do, they go down there to the romance tour. They do it maybe like a 7-day, 14-day tour. And they actually pick out a woman that they want and they actually marry them. Either the woman goes back to their country. Most of the time they go back to their country, like if they're from Europe or from Canada or from the United States. They leave the romance tour, they pick the woman they want, and what they do is they apply for what you call it's called a fiance visa. They bring them over to their state with a fiance visa. Okay. I mean, they bring them to their country with a fiance visa, and they have 90 days. They have 90 days to marry these women. And some of them have worked out. But the romance tour girls, they are very vetted, though. Most of them are vetted, because they're looking for one thing, they're just looking for marriage. Romance tour are for high-end guys. Yeah, for high-end guys that have little. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Right, Chris. Have very little time to date around, want something quicker, so it's time for time versus money, then especially trying to find a woman that know a good bit of. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about, Chris. Yep, you just nailed it right there. These are high-end men. They don't have time. They're not like the passport bros or like us, that travels back and forth. They spend a lot of time traveling and stuff, They already know what they want. They want a wife. They go down to Colombia and they get one. And there have been some that have been very successful. I know a guy that met his wife in a romance tour, and they've been married for 15 years, had kids and everything. It's like a roll of the dice. It's a roll of the dice. Hey, how you doing, man? I think you're a new subscriber too. Thank you, man. Thank you for coming on my show, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for coming on my show. You too, James Jones. I appreciate all the new people that I'm seeing today on the live. Welcome, man. This is how we chop it up, man. We just here, just chopping it up. It's so good seeing y'all. Make sure, again, y'all like, subscribe, hit that like button for me. Stop what you're doing. Hit the like button for me so they can, so YouTube can help promote my videos, okay? Yeah, she's nice. She's pretty thick. Yeah, I like them thick like that. Yeah, she's nice. Yep, she's nice. I was dating women like this all day during the romance tour, nonstop. See, this is the one from Cartagena. Y'all see that? They have them all over Colombia. This is the one from Cartagena. Let me see if I can roll this back so y'all can see it. Yep, it said Cartagena. I'm looking. Let me see that sign. I'm looking for love. Yep. Yeah, she's beautiful. At the romance tour, you've seen a lot of women like this at the romance tour. I had about 60. Yep. Let's see. Just trying to make sure that this isn't a scam. That's my concern. No, it's not a scam. You get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. I've been the one that wasn't a scam, but the guy that owned it, he was an idiot, though. I ain't gonna lie about that. It's really them being vetted. I want this or this another desperate attempt for money or to escape poverty, be some better than how life was at home in your country. I think it's a little bit of both. I think it is about money and them escaping poverty too, For some of these women, they want to have kids. Some of them do want to have families, And for men, we do have money. They think that, that we could take care of them. These women like to be taken care of. So I'm not going to say all of them is out, to grab a bag, but we just live in a society that money is, it's like power. And you're not going to get around that. It's, money is very, very important. It's very important. And these women here, if you want to get with these women, you're going to have something going for yourself. You can't be no bum. They're not going to marry a bum. Let me see if I got any more romance tour. I got something about Costa Ricans. Let me see. Yeah, they got them in Costa Rica too. Yep, I done something on Costa Rica. So it don't have to be Colombia. You can go to Costa Rica. Okay, let me get rid of this one. Hold on. Let me take some in. Let's see, Marcus. Let me see what you're saying. That's our role as men to provide But there is a difference between providing and being used. Yeah, you have to vet them, Marcus. Yeah. No, you don't want to be used. No, women here can use you too. You could get used here. I can't guarantee you won't get used, but you have to vet them out yourself, you know. You have to vet these women yourself. Let's see. Yes, the game mentally doesn't work overseas. Yeah. Yep. Overseas women are a different breed, man. They are a different breed of women. I ain't gonna lie. And those Colombian girls, they will hook you. They will hook you. They know what they're doing. They will hook you. And some of them is about that, you know, about that paper, you know. A lot of them are. Same thing here in this country. It's all about the paper. It's all about the money. Let me see if I got anything else I want to show you all. Let's see. Do I got any more romance tour videos? Let me see. Do I got any more photos for you guys? I wasn't prepared to pull these out. These are my archives I'm digging into. See if I can find any more. Let me see. Yep, these are women from the romance tour. Typical Paisa girl. Yeah, they beautiful. During the romance tour, you see dozens of women like this. Dozens of them. Yeah, they better take it slow. No, you control the pace. No, you control the pace. You don't let them control the pace. Yeah, that's Medellin. Yeah, you control the pace. You always control the pace, okay? Don't ever let nobody rush you. You take your time. You take your time. You don't let nobody rush you. When you pick a girl, you know, just talk to her. Just vet her out. If she start talking about that money stuff, then just walk away. The romance tour could be efficient if you got the money. Yeah, if you got the money. There you go. See, Chris, you know how to explain stuff better than me. Dating absence, women can be very flaky, which is not good. If they say you have a week trip with 10 women lined up from a dating app to only. Yeah. Yeah, they very flaky though. They those women in Colombia, they are very flaky. Woo. It's gotten even worse too. When I was down there the last time, most of my dates were no show, believe it or not. And it used to then be that way. The last time I was there, it was like a no show. Some of them. That was very unusual. But Barbie, she came through though, I must admit. She saved the day. Meet like 2 women while there was like flake on you. Yep. Some of them going to flake on you. They known to be extremely flaky down there. Sometimes they tell you they're going to show up and they never show up. They don't even call you. They even tell you that they're not going to show up. You're sitting there waiting for them and stuff, and they just don't show up. You say that's bad. Marcus, you say that's bad communication, huh? It's not being truthful with your actions. Yeah, they're very flaky. Yep. Sometimes they come late. You may have had a date, like, let's say you're supposed to meet someone, let's say at 9 o'clock. No, I'm sorry, like 6 o'clock. You had a 6 o'clock date. Sometimes they may not end up showing up until 9, 10 o'clock sometimes. I've had that happen. You're about to get ready to go to bed, and all of a sudden your phone is ringing from the hotel lobby saying that you got company. And you have to put your clothes on and run downstairs, and they just show up just like that. Let me see how I will say, if you say you will do something, make sure you do it. Yeah, that's true. Okay, he said, when I'm in Medellin, let's see. When I'm in Medellin, I generally try to Uber them to make it area. So, yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, I Uber them too. I know if they're really coming. If they're not, it can easily walk back into my apartment. Yeah. Yep, I usually use the Uber a lot. I like Uber. I think the Uber drivers in Colombian, in Medellin, they are so nice too. I like those guys. I met a Uber woman. Very nice. I love the Uber drivers, man. That's all the transportation I use is Uber. I don't use the cabs there. I did use the hotel cab driver one time, and he acted like he wanted to rob me. That was scary. Yeah, Uber them. Yeah, you Uber them back to their movements. Yep. It tracks their movement. Yep, sure do. It sure does. Yep. So let's see. If you're not serious with yourself, no one will be serious with your president. Yeah. But you remember, like I told you, Marcus, they don't take you seriously. If you don't live in that country, they don't take you seriously. So if you're going there to visit, don't get serious. Because they don't take you seriously. They do not take you seriously unless you live there. Always remember that. Always remember that they will not take you seriously. No, it's not that they don't take themselves seriously. Yeah, but they don't take it because, like I told you, you're only there for a week. If you're coming down there for a week, they're not going to take you seriously because they know that you're going back home. They know that you're going back to the United States. And so why should they throw their all in you if you're not going to be there? That's the way how they look at it. Yep, but like I said, for them, I'm going to tell you this again, Marcus. For them to take you seriously, you have to expat there. You have to live in the country. You have to be there for the birthdays. You have to be there for the holidays. You have to be there for the anniversaries. You have to be there for the family things, you know. And then when they see that you're coming around a lot and you've been around a lot, then they begin to open up to you a little bit more. Yeah, some of them do. Yeah, some of them do, every man. But that's how you have to vet them, though, Marcus. Yeah, I know that's not you, but I'm just saying they won't take you seriously at all if you don't live in that country. And that's Thailand, any country you go to. You go to China, you can go to Vietnam, you go to any country. If they know that you're a foreigner, they're not going to take you. See, they may be interested in you. I'm not saying they're not interested in you, but they're not going to, they're not going to take you seriously. Now, if you're talking about just having casual fun, then that's when the pay to play comes into play. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of guys get caught up into that pay to play thing. With the bar girls and all that type of stuff in Thailand. Can you imagine how many type of tourists that goes in and out of those bars in Thailand? Can you imagine that? All right, guys. Wow, we had a good live tonight. I just want to thank you all for coming in tonight, and I'm so happy to see the new people that came in. Oh, hey, Joseph. Hey, brother. Let's see what Joseph has to say. Yeah, like there was a girl out there I was interacting with. As soon as I got back on the plane, I found out that she was heading to Dubai. Oh, wow. Heading back to Dubai. Wow. Yep. Yeah, long distance. You know what? I'm gonna tell you this before I go. I highly don't recommend long distance relationships. You're gonna get your heart broken if you do. I would never do a long distance relationship ever again. Ever again. I would never do. It's too emotional. I would never do that. I would never do that again. Long distance relationships do not work. This is another girl I had a relationship with. Let me see. Let me show you another girl I had a relationship with that I really felt hard for. Let me see, where's that picture at? This woman right here. You all probably seen her before.
Tony Rome Live.
Yeah. This is the one right here I felt head over heels for. Oh, okay, you say y'all wasn't in a relationship. This the one right here, too, I really felt hard for. Oh, my God. Yeah, Miss G. Oh, man, I fell for her, boy. Oh, my goodness. Yes. She's one of the other girls I saw in Barranquilla. Yes. She's the one that really turned me out. She turned me out, boy. Miss G, yeah, that's Miss G. That's her, yep. Yeah, that's what you was talking about. Okay. Yeah, she was something. I was right before I left. I didn't really pay too much attention to her. Yeah, you made the right decision, brother. You know what happened with this one right here? She's the one that really turned me out. God. My nose was so wide open with this one. She's the one that gave me massages and stuff. She spoiled me, man. She spoiled me rotten. What happened with this one? I went to Medellin when I was spending when I was going back and forth to Colombia. I was in Barranquilla, and when I went to Medellin for the first time, when I saw the women down there, it's like, oh my goodness. I was like, oh wow. That was the worst thing I ever could have did was went to Medellin. And once I started dating the women there, then I became not too much interested in her. Now, what she wanted to do, she wants to marry. She wants to marry. You know, I told you a lot of those girls in Barranquilla, those are homie loving girls, women. They looking for a husband. A lot of them are, you know. And she wanted to marry, but once I got hooked up down in Medellin, I didn't want to marry. I got spoiled. So me and her still talk today. Matter of fact, my last trip, I was gonna fly her from Barranquilla to Medellin for 5 days. I was going to do it. But and one more thing about this young lady. Guess what? You're never gonna believe what she does. Y'all ain't gonna never believe what she does. She is a preacher. Yep. She preaches. You know, she's a woman of God. I'm not saying she's perfect, but she's really committed to God. And I really respect her a lot. I do. I really respect her a whole lot. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't date women in Medellin and then date her at the same. I just couldn't do it. I have like too much respect for her. Let's see. So the moral of the story was that you didn't want to settle down because you were in yeah, I was in Medellin. Yeah. Yeah. And then Barbie and other ones came to the scene, Marquella and all them. I was like, oh boy, it's going to be difficult. Because I'm going to be honest with you. Now, at first, at the very beginning, she didn't want a relationship with me. When she had my nose wide open, she didn't want a relationship with me. You know what I'm saying? She didn't want a relationship with me. But then when I started venturing off to other parts of Colombia, and then when I wasn't giving her all the attention anymore, then all of a sudden, she wants to get married, you know. But she's a very beautiful person, though. Matter of fact, I'm gonna contact her tomorrow. I still got a number on my WhatsApp. That's another thing. I don't get you a 10, but you are not interested. Not right now, not anymore. I was before, but I'm not interested now. Let's see. If you're interested, then leave. If you're not, yeah, oh yeah, of course. Of course. Matter of fact, like I said, I can't have no relationship with her anyway because I don't live in her country. So no matter who she is, if you don't live there, you can't have a true relationship. You gotta live there. You have to live there. It won't work. Long distance relationship is the worst type of relationships to be in because when I tried to start a long distance relationship with her, let me tell you something. When you get hooked on a girl, I'm gonna tell you all this, then I'm gonna leave out this. Hey, what's up, bro? What's up? What's up, brother? What's up? What's up? Good to see you, man. But where you been? You been hiding on me, bro. But let me tell you, what really sucks when you have a long distance relationship. When I was with her, and when I tried to pursue a long distance relationship with her, you would spend every night thinking if she's in the bed with another man. You know what I'm saying? Those are things that be going through your mind, like who she's with. You know, every weekend that goes by, every weekend, every Friday, every Saturday, every Sunday, you're sitting there and you're thinking, like, who she's with this weekend. And then when you send a message to her, she doesn't answer it. Automatically, your mind thinks that she's cheating on you. That they're showing up on the agency and you're not interested. That makes no sense. No, I was interested, Marcus. Prices are just for fun. Don't make them see. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Absolutely. There you go. Yep, they're just for fun. Because, right, like I was telling them, Keymaker, they don't take you seriously. If you want a woman to take you seriously in Colombia, you have to live in the country. If you want a Thai girl to take you seriously, you have to move to Thailand. You have to live there. If you're dating a Brazilian woman, you have to live in Brazil. You can't go there in 1 week and expect to find love for the, no, you don't want that. Watching hockey between the U.S. and Sweden, NHL nations face off, NBA All-Star. Oh, okay. I got you, bro. I got you. You say one thing about long distance relationship is that the people just don't want to put. Yeah, no, don't do no long distance relationship. I would think you would still worry about her if she was 30 minutes away. No, that's not true. That's not true. It's not true. Because even if she was 30 minutes away, you still would be able to see her more than you would see somebody that's thousands of miles away. I mean, anybody could cheat on you. I mean, anywhere. I mean, see, Marcus, I think you're looking for certainty. There's no certainty on anything. I can't be certain about anybody, what they're going to do or what they can do. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to tell you is that long distance relationships do not work. Because I told you again, I said it multiple times on this live, they don't take you seriously. Yeah, they don't take it. She never took me seriously. She never did. But she was a good person, though. I'm not gonna say nothing bad about her. But she was really one of my first loves in Colombia. Probably second love. But I really felt for her hard, really hard. That's why boys don't tell a lot of some things. Content creators travel with. Paul explained that. Yeah, they don't talk about nothing. Not really. No, they don't. That is true because that's still an opportunity to cheat. Yeah. But what I'm telling you, Marcus, is when you try to build a relationship with these girls and these girls make you fall in love with them and you think you have a relationship with them and you try to pursue a long distance relationship, you're going to be miserable. You're going to be miserable. I've been there before. You're going to be spending a lot of nights getting into your bed and thinking, who is she sleeping with or who could she be with? Because you fall so deeply for her, you want her next to you. When I was trying to pursue a long distance relationship with this girl, I wanted her with me every night. No other man. But see, I wasn't living in reality. That's what this is what the OG is trying to tell you, Marcus. It doesn't work. Now, if I move to her city and got me an apartment and stayed there in her country, then there's a possibility that we could have a relationship. If I'm seeing her every day or every other day, I'm getting, if she's getting off from work and I'm picking her up from work, and like you do in a real relationship, that's what you want. You want to go to the movies, you want to spend time with her. Y'all want to go on picnics and stuff. You can't do that on no long distance relationship. And then you got Christmas and you got New Year's and all those holidays that go by, and you're no longer there. No, don't do that. No long distance relationship anywhere for me. I heard that not even in the U.S. Well, that's another subject. Absolutely. What's going on? Passport Flexion is in the house, y'all. Passport Flexion is here. What's up? What's up? What's up, brother? It is so good to see you, man. I'm trying to give some wisdom here about these, these brothers on here talk about they can have long distance relationships. But I tell them it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Long distance relationships do not work. You're gonna set yourself up to be miserable. Trust me, I know I was miserable. I wanted when I was in Barranquilla with her, when she was with me, when you used to waking up to her every morning, and then you gotta leave. See, look what they do. They're playing games. They have a side man. And what's crazy is that their own country and their culture is condoning that, which is why their boyfriends are doing it. Yeah, but like I said, Marcus, all the women down there is not like that. All the women down there is not like there are some good women down there. The woman that you see here on this picture, she was a good woman. She was good. She was a good woman. She was a Christian woman. She was a preacher. She would go to church and she would preach the gospel to people and stuff and visit the sick and all that type. She was a good woman. She was looking for a good man. She was. Matter of fact, I still have her number. I'm going to contact her probably tomorrow just to check on her and see how she's doing. But the last time I was in Medellin, I was going to fly her from Barranquilla to Medellin, and she was going to stay at the resort with me for 5 days, but I couldn't do it because I felt too guilty because the first thing she asked me, hold on, let me get something to drink. I'll be right back. 1 second. Okay, I am back. I've been on this line for a little while. Okay, I'm back. Oh boy, okay. Let's see. Oh, so what I was going to do, I was going to fly her to Medellin. But the first thing she asked me, she said, let me ask you a question. I said, what is it? And then she said, if I come and be with you, would you be talking to other girls, other mujeres, as they call them, women, chicas? I say, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. In Medellin, I probably will be. I do have other friends that I do talk to and I associate with. So I was totally honest with her, you know, because I had a lot of respect for her. So she said, okay. But then I just say, you know what, that's okay. Don't come. You know, because if she would have came, I wouldn't have probably not talked to anybody else but her. Because I have so much. If she's staying with me every night and she's been with me every night, then I have to show her that respect. I wouldn't be tipping around on her why she's, you know, I couldn't do that. Because she's a friend too. She's a really good friend. And I would want to do anything to jeopardize our friendship. And you never know how they may react. If I got my phone and if Barbie is sending me texts and things like that while she's there, I mean, that could create a problem, you know. I don't want to put myself in that type of position. Oh, I said, I know OJ. I'm not looking for that anyway. The romance tour is all me. Yeah. A romance tour. Like I said, usually a romance tour is for guys who got money. You know, guys who don't spend much time in foreign country. You know, they just go get their wife and they got the paper. You know, they get the romance the visa, the fiance visa going, and they bring them to their country as soon as possible. I thought, you know what, to be honest with you, I thought about doing that with her. I thought about that, but I don't think she'd be able to adapt very well in cold climates. But like, look, it's 7 degrees, you know, outside. If you got a foreign woman that's living in a country that's like 85, 80 degrees every single day, and she coming to 7-degree weather, you know, I don't know. Let me see. Also, let me see what I got these messages here. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Like, please like. Also, you need to find a way to stay over there as well. Yeah, you do. As I was part of a group and they say a remote job start. Yes, absolutely. That's very important. Hey, you are absolutely right. You have to be able to, you have to be able to stay there. That's very important. I hear that Medellin was not the place to look for search for love. Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something about Medellin. I believe you can find a relationship there, but it's going to take time because I talked to people that live there. Like, remember, I had Kyrie HQ. He's a good person to talk to. I've talked to that brother. Matter of fact, I did a video with him. I did an interview with him a few months ago. I don't know if y'all ever seen that video, but he's another good example of living in Colombia. And he said the same thing. You know, they won't take you seriously if you don't live there. Medellin was rated one of the top places for love about one publication. It is. You can find love there, but it's gonna take a while. And then another thing too, too many foreigners, they go, they look at the wrong places. You can't find love in a bar. You can't find love at no bar. You know what I'm saying? Club Gustos. You know what I'm saying? Or at a brothel somewhere. Or on the streets of Parque Jarris. Mm-mm. And one thing I've heard, it usually happens to a friend of a friend. Like you meet friends, your friend may know somebody that have somebody they want you to meet. That's how I heard a lot of these relationships happen, is through friends of a friend. So you have to get involved into groups and stuff, and they came from buying, investing in real estate and managing. Right. Yeah. They came from the U.S. and Europe that married Colombians. So I can't believe it. Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, it's 7 degrees in Detroit. Oh, man, it's so cold. And just imagine with those people, I told you guys what just happened with those people. Can you imagine having a flood in 7-degree Fahrenheit weather? Their homes has been wiped out, man. Some of those people don't have nowhere to go. Car HQ is in Bolivia traveling around. Yeah. Car HQ, he travels. Matter of fact, he went to, he was in Nairobi, Kenya with Austin Hollister a few months ago. Let's see. OG, you were one of those states where it was mostly winters. Yeah. The only good thing about Michigan is that is low cost. No. The cost of living have went way up, Marcus. Yeah, the cost of living in Michigan has went way up. Used to be though, but not no more. Everything's going up, and everything in the U.S. is going crazy now. Essentially, finding love can be almost like networking. Yes, it's about who you know and not what you know. Something. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I was saying, Marcus. A lot of those relationships have happened from people that know people. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely, Marcus. So meeting them through good friends, or family members can be a good way to prevent them. Marcus, did you hear that? What Chris just said? Did you catch that, Marcus? Michigan is generally a low-cost living. Delaware, Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and more. It used to be a low cost of living, but it's not anymore. Inflation has really made things go up here. You know what? I went to the store the other day, and you're not going to believe this. A dozen of eggs is $8. A dozen of eggs costs over $8. Yeah. Okay, I'm glad you found it out. Yep. Told you, Marcus. That's what the two tight chicks I know are trying to use more for, essentially. Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Let me see. I can still do something bad. Don't think that saves you everything just saying. Yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm. Let's see. For me, okay. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, bird flu. Yeah. Yep. Joseph Link, Josh Lincoln, how you doing? Welcome to my channel, brothers. You know what? I'm going to get some sound effects on my live streams so I can welcome new subscribers. Thank you for coming on to my live tonight. I really appreciate it, y'all. I really thank you all for everybody for coming on tonight. I'm getting ready to exit off this baby, but I will be back. I'm gonna do a special on is America declining, the declining of America economically. I know Trump is trying to get us back up again, but I don't know. I see some very concerning things. So I'm going to share that with you guys on the next live. Let me see. Today is Monday. I'm going to try to have it for you guys between Thursday and Friday. Okay. So make sure y'all, before I go, y'all stay safe out there, okay? You know, because things getting ready, you know, hit the fan pretty soon. If you just come on, make sure you hit that like button for me again, please. Before everybody go, hit that like button. Please subscribe to my channel. And I will be bringing you more updates on geopolitics and travel. That's what I do on this channel. Let's try to keep you guys updated on what is going on out there. But there is a lot of crazy things going on. There's a lot of crazy things going on. We had another, for you all just came in, there was another plane crash today. I have never in my 60 years of existence ever seen a plane turn upside down on the runway. That is weird. A commercial airline's on its back. That is crazy. That is crazy. A commercial airline, a Delta airline plane on its back. But the good news is that the people are safe. 8 people went to the hospital. But it could have been much, much worse. But the only thing that concerns me about that is that this is about the 4th aviation accident that we had in a row in 1 month. You know, but I'm going to still say that you still go ahead and travel because flying is still the safest way to travel. Because people die in car accidents every single day. Okay? Okay, guys, I love every last one of you guys, okay? And I will see you all on the next live. Make sure you like, subscribe. Please share these videos. Let's get these subscribers out. If you guys know anybody that be interested in this type of content, please refer my videos to them. You know, share them to help this podcast grow. I want it to grow. Okay, but I enjoy talking to you guys. I really enjoy chopping it up with y'all. But y'all be safe and y'all be careful out there, okay? Thank you very much. Y'all have a blessed evening, blessed day. And I will see you all very soon. I should be back. Let me see, today is Monday. I should be back Friday or maybe next Monday, probably too. And if anything comes up, if any breaking news, I definitely come back on here and let you know. Okay, peace. Thank you. Bye-bye.